At 81, Jimmy Page, guitar legend, mastermind behind Led Zeppelin, and one of rock music's most influential figures, revealed something that stunned fans worldwide. The 6 bands he believes were better than Led Zeppelin. This isn't about fame or album sales, it's about artistry, innovation, and the sheer mastery of music. These bands shaped Page's musical perspective, inspired him, and, in his eyes, surpassed even the creative heights of his own legendary band. Today, we'll explore these 6 bands, the innovators, the trailblazers, the giants who pushed boundaries and changed the course of rock history. And we'll start from number 6 to build the suspense. 7. Little Feat Jimmy Page has long praised Little Feat as one of his favorite American groups, calling them a band that could make you feel every note in your bones. Unlike Zeppelin's bombastic riffs or arena rock swagger, Little Feat specialized in subtlety, groove, and emotional depth. Their music was a blend of blues, funk, soul, and folk, creating a swampy, roots-driven sound that was uniquely their own. Page admired how they approached songwriting and instrumentation with both precision and looseness, a balance so rare in rock. Every song had layers of texture, a subtle guitar lick here, a percussive accent there, an interplay between bass and drums that made the music breathe. It wasn't just musicianship, it was chemistry. Page often recalled seeing Little Feat perform live and being struck by their effortless synchronicity, the way they played off each other as if the music existed independently, yet in perfect harmony. For Page, what made Little Feat surpass even Zeppelin in some ways was their authenticity. They weren't chasing stadiums or records. They were creating music that felt honest, alive, and deeply rooted. Their combination of heart, technical skill, and emotional resonance cemented their place in Page's personal Hall of Fame, and their influence left an indelible mark on him as both a guitarist and a composer. 6. Pink Floyd. Jimmy Page has always admired Pink Floyd for their revolutionary approach to music. From concept albums to experimental studio techniques, Pink Floyd wasn't just making songs. They were creating entire sonic worlds. Page described their albums as immersive journeys, where each note, sound effect, and vocal line served a purpose. He especially respected their dedication to innovation. While Zeppelin often built songs around riffs and raw energy, Pink Floyd meticulously crafted layers of sound that transported listeners. Page recalled being fascinated by their ability to make each album feel like a complete narrative, blending psychedelia, blues, and rock in ways that few others dared. Beyond studio mastery, Pink Floyd's live performances were legendary. Elaborate light shows, extended jams, and conceptual storytelling made them pioneers of the rock concert experience. Page admitted that watching them in their prime challenged his own creativity, pushing him to explore new textures and arrangements with Zeppelin. In his mind, Pink Floyd wasn't just a band. They were architects of musical innovation. 5. The Rolling Stones for Page. The Rolling Stones embodied raw energy, charisma, and relentless creativity. Unlike Zeppelin, whose music often explored mystical and epic themes, the Stones' power lay in their unfiltered rock and roll spirit. Every riff, every swaggering performance was a lesson in presence and attitude. Page admired Mick Jagger's stagecraft and Keith Richards' uncanny ability to craft timeless riffs. Their blend of blues, rock, and soul created a sound that was immediate, visceral, and unforgettable. He often said that Zeppelin's success couldn't exist without the groundwork laid by bands like the Stones. On tour or in the studio, Page took cues from their endurance, stage banter, and fearless performances. For him, the Rolling Stones represented authenticity, music made with heart, not just technical skill. Even after decades, their influence remained a benchmark of excellence and passion. 4. Deep Purple. Deep Purple combined hard rock aggression with technical virtuosity, and Page admired them for it. Their music was heavy, loud, and precise, a perfect blend of skill and power that rivaled anything Zeppelin produced. Page often praised their musicianship, especially John Lord's organ work and Ritchie Blackmore's guitar brilliance. Their songs were structured, yet unpredictable, balancing solos with ensemble cohesion. Deep Purple's dedication to live performance and experimentation earned Page's respect. They pushed hard rock into progressive territory before it was fashionable. For Page, Deep Purple's legacy was more than riffs. It was musical bravery. They tested boundaries, challenged audiences, and defined what rock could achieve technically and emotionally. 3. The Who. Jimmy Page has often cited The Who as one of the most electrifying and transformative bands in rock history. To him, they weren't just performers, they were forces of nature. The explosive combination of Pete Townshend's relentless guitar riffs, Keith Moon's chaotic yet precise drumming, John Entwistle's thunderous bass, and Roger Daltrey's commanding vocals made each live show feel like a collision of raw energy and artistry. Page admired how The Who pushed the boundaries of what a rock band could accomplish. Their innovative approach to rock operas, concept albums, and dynamic storytelling elevated their music far beyond simple riffs or catchy choruses. Watching them perform was like witnessing controlled chaos, a perfect storm of power, precision, and creativity. Page often recounted how their ability to mix aggression with sophistication inspired him to think differently about arranging songs, building tension, and crafting dramatic moments in music. Beyond technique, Page respected The Who's unwavering commitment to authenticity. They never followed trends, they created their own rules, often rewriting the blueprint of rock performance. For Page, The Who embodied fearless innovation, combining heart, intellect, and showmanship, a band that challenged him to push Led Zeppelin into new creative territories and influenced his understanding of what rock could truly achieve. 2. Cream. At the top of his admiration list, Cream represented everything Page valued in a rock band: technical mastery, improvisational skill, and fearless experimentation. As a trio, Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker had a synergy that was rare in rock music. Every note was deliberate, yet every performance felt spontaneous and alive. Page often described Cream's ability to stretch a simple blues progression into a 15-minute exploration of melody, rhythm, and emotion as nothing short of magical. Page was particularly fascinated by their improvisational genius. In both studio recordings and live performances, Cream had the ability to expand songs into journeys of discovery, blending blues, psychedelic textures, and hard rock seamlessly. Their music demanded attention and intelligence from every listener, challenging audiences while simultaneously captivating them. For Page, Cream's influence was profound. Their fearless approach to blending styles and pushing boundaries inspired him to explore Led Zeppelin's sound in bold new ways. Beyond their technical skill, what impressed him most was the honesty and intensity with which they played. Each member's individuality shone, yet they coalesced into a band whose collective artistry was greater than the sum of its parts. A perfect example of musical genius that Page revered and learned from throughout his career. 1. Jimi Hendrix Experience. At number 1, the Jimi Hendrix Experience sits at the pinnacle of Page's admiration. Hendrix revolutionized the guitar, bending sound, experimenting with feedback, and redefining what the instrument could do. Page repeatedly called Hendrix a genius, a musician who expanded the language of rock. Listening to Hendrix play was like watching music in color. Every note, tone, and distortion was intentional, daring, and groundbreaking. Even Zeppelin's most ambitious riffs, Page admitted, were influenced by Hendrix's fearless approach. Beyond technique, Hendrix's stage presence, charisma, and sheer creativity left Page in awe. He saw Hendrix as the ultimate embodiment of musical possibility, a reminder that rock music could be more than notes. It could be emotion, invention, and pure art. Jimmy Page's list isn't about diminishing Led Zeppelin. It's about respect, acknowledging the bands that shaped him, challenged him, and inspired him to reach greater heights. From Pink Floyd's sonic landscapes to Hendrix's revolutionary guitar work, each band pushed the limits of music in ways Zeppelin admired. For Page, greatness isn't just fame or legacy, it's innovation, skill, and the courage to redefine what's possible. These 6 bands weren't just influences, they were masters in their own right. And Page's candid acknowledgement reminds us that even legends recognize the giants who stood beside them.